Giving our praises to Yahweh Bahashemi, Yahweh Shai Bahashemar Kakadash. Now, this is on the multiple wives things. I mean, we still having this problem today, which is just crazy. Some of these same people in here talking, they only exist because they come from a man that had multiple wives. This is on the Breakfast Club, and they're going to be talking about Neyo with his multiple wives, but they're talking about it like it's so disgusting in a disgusting way. So we're going to break down some of the things they said, and we're going to get some biblical scriptures for it. But let's listen to what they said.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, just hilarious, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Neyo. Now, this conversation comes, salute to our bro, Ricky Smiley. Neyo was on his show, and he talked about his new lifestyle.
Do your kids have questions about that? About your relationship?
Of course they do, and I answer them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Honesty. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
You got no problem.
She gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come
and
on,
it's all
man.
good. And
Come on,
it's family.
But you see, like, they hate off of it, but you see that they giving it so much attention. Because really deep down, the man like it. The man want it, but they scared. They punks. They simps. So they scared because of the woman. The woman is against it because that's the demon that's in them. But they still so intrigued about it. That's why it's on a big platform like Breakfast Club. So what? Then they want to try to find different angles. Well, do you talk to your kids about it? How do your kids feel about it? Man, how did the 12 tribes of Israel feel about their father Jacob having multiple wives? How did they feel about it? How does the Bible feel about it? How about that? Go into the Bible and let's see how the Bible feels about it. Let's see the examples in the Bible and how it was dealt with. But you guys call yourself Christians and shit like that. Man of the Lord, holy.
Community.
Hey, woe to them that call evil good and good evil.
Neo's baby's mom, Sade, what's her name, Bernice?
B. I'm just gonna say B.
All right,
Sade B.
Sade B. She says it's disgusting, and she feels it's inappropriate for Neyo to introduce their kids to his new lifestyle. So the question is, what's your thoughts? And we'll start with you.
It is disgusting. I totally agree with her on the behalf of her kids. You know what I mean?
Why? Why do you agree with her that it's disgusting that a man has multiple wives? Okay, so y'all just making up narratives. Where's the reason? Well, maybe she's finna give her a reason, but still though, it's like, where's the moral? Where's the law behind that? Like, it's just whatever you feel. You just feel like it's disgusting. Okay, well then let's start feeling like let's go back to the old days where a woman had a reproach if she wasn't married, if she didn't have a husband. Let's start saying, okay, a woman that don't have a husband, that's disgusting. And if a woman comes up on y'all platform, the Breakfast Club, and you ask her, are you married? And she say, no, I'm not married. I'm single. I'm just out here dating. Immediately reply and say, that's disgusting. Now imagine if somebody did that and was like, that's disgusting. You don't have a husband. You're just out here dating around. That's disgusting. Then everybody be bashing that person. Like, what do you mean that's disgusting? That's her right to do that. How is that disgusting? But now Neyo got multiple wives, and it's just, I agree. It's disgusting. Man, come the fuck on, man.
Kids, like, yo, you're showing them something that they shouldn't even be exposed to at these ages. 7 kids. I didn't even know he had 7 kids, but.
So it's okay for them to be exposed to monogamy. It's okay for them to be exposed to a man and a woman being married in a monogamous relationship. It's okay to be exposed to that, but poly relationship or a man having multiple wives, it's not okay to be exposed to that. Where are you getting that from?
Like, exposing them to that is crazy and it's inappropriate. However, it was also inappropriate and disgusting that this man was married after renewing his vows. You was pregnant.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why Crystal was like, man, F you. After you begged me to stay and we renew our vows and everything. And then now Shorty over here pregnant. So Sade, you knew a bunch of this too. You was once one of them girls too. But on the side of the kids, she's totally right. So 2 things.
I mean, she got a point. You hypocritical because, yeah, if you were messing with him while he was married, then that's still the same thing as him having multiple wives and you got pregnant by him. It's still the same thing as having multiple wives. You're just not claiming it to be. So what's the difference?
can be true at the same time. She was disgusting before, and the behavior is disgusting to expose to their children.
Right. See, I believe different strokes for different folks, right? Whatever Neyo does to make himself, there's a lot of stroking. Whatever Neyo does to make himself happy is cool. But I put myself in that situation. If I have daughters, right?
Yeah.
That's not something I would want my daughters to see because kids are sponges, right? So they're gonna.
Okay, so let's talk about it. If you got daughters, because I got daughters, a lot of people got daughters, right? The truth should set you free, right? So what do you say? You say you don't want your daughters to see their dad with multiple women and have multiple wives because you are against a man having multiple wives, or you don't want that for your daughter. You don't want your daughter to be a wife, a wife to a man that has multiple wives. But let's deal with reality. When your daughter grows up, what's the chances of her getting married? Let's just say her early 20s, getting married, or mid 20s, getting married to a man that's close to age to her in his mid 20s or upper 20s. And then they spending the next 40, 50 years together and only deal with each other. He never steps out the marriage, never cheats, never gets with another woman, never desires another woman, only her. For the next 40, 50 years. What's the chances of that? When we got people like Sexy Red out here, when we got people like Glorilla out here, Lotto out here, people that's advocating against pretty much marriage and advocating for women to be harlots out here. So what's the chances of that? So the moment he gets married to your daughter and he steps out and he goes to do his thing with other women, I'm sure as DJ Envy has done, but I ain't gonna put it on him. I'm gonna just say my guess would be that since he's been with his wife, he has had sex with another woman. What's the difference? Still multiple wives. You're still dealing with multiple females. So I'd rather be honest with my daughter, but really I'd rather be biblically honest with my daughter.
And they're gonna think it's okay for that. So the next guy that kicks it to your daughter or kicks it to one of your children might feel like, oh, it's okay. I could be one of many, and I wouldn't want that for my daughter, and also for my son. I wouldn't want my son to have 4 different wives or 4 different.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
All right, so I ain't gonna say
that.
You see, he said I ain't gonna say that. You see what I'm saying? But why do you feel that way? Yeah, because you've been Americanized. Right? Because there's people in Africa that can hear this same podcast and be like, what are these people talking about? You know, that does have multiple wives. Like an Akon. Akon would be like, what? Ask Akon how he feel about what they say. He'd be like, what the hell is y'all talking about? Y'all going off y'all feelings. Right?
I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. That wouldn't be like, damn, play, goddamn.
No, you don't want that for your son, man.
Damn, times have changed.
Yo, shut up, man.
Son, times have changed. I didn't know. Back in my day, weren't allowed those luxuries.
What's wrong with you? So what's your thoughts? You would be cool with that for your son?
Look, I don't know if it's appropriate or not. But because everyone does what works for them, do it. But if your kids are going to be around your significant other, regardless of how many significant others you have, I guess if you're serious about these women, they should meet your kids. I just don't know how serious you can be with 4 women. You know what I mean? I don't see how serious you can be with 4 women. Like, that's always the debate. Should your children meet your...
Ask Akon how serious you could be. Ask a lot of different guys how serious you could be with 4 women. Go to Saudi Arabia and just ask those guys that do have that and ask them, say, how serious can you be with 4 women? We see whole different cultures. You guys act like only America exists on Earth. We see whole different countries. Ask them how serious you could be. Right, but he did say, if it works, it works, right? So if he got 4 wives, and if the mother has a problem with it, but she's introduced, if she got a man or a husband now or a new guy, and she introduced her kids to her new guy, what's the difference from Neyo introducing his kids to his significant others? Because it's multiple of them, and we gotta stop putting tags on what's appropriate and what's not. We got to have a standard. Like, we can't just go off our feelings, because that's how you get the thing like Diddy case or Kelly case. As a matter of fact, let me get this precept and I'm going to come back to see what he's going to say. Revelations 18 verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. What caused you? So just like us being America, it's like a voice from heaven saying, look, come out of her. But not just physically come out of her, but it's more of like a spiritually come out of her. Why? Because you're following the spirit of America, the ways of America, the opinions of America. So your mindset is thinking that multiple wives is a bad thing because America won't allow a man to marry multiple women legally because America said it, but you're not considering the Bible. You see what I'm saying? And you're not considering what you end up doing is you become a partaker of America's sins. So the things that the Lord is going to judge America based on, you are going along with those things, right? Because you basically condemning a man for having multiple wives when you can't biblically, right? Now let's keep going. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So we see in the biblical, it's saying in that day, this is talking about the last days, man. It says 7 women should take hold of one man. It's not that 7 women is going to want one man, and then the one man, he's going to choose one woman out the 7 women. It don't say that here, Ak. It don't say that nowhere here. It's saying 7 women should take hold. Once they take hold of them, they got them. It's not that they should try to take hold of them. It's that they shall take hold of one man. Saying we would eat our own bread. They not saying, hey, choose one of us, and one of us is going to do this. No, they saying we. They said, look, we going to wear our own apparel. And it says, only let us. It didn't say, hey, choose one of us out the 7. It says, let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, right? Which goes back to what I said earlier. You know, a woman that's not married will have a reproach until she gets married, and then it takes away her reproach. So let's start normalizing calling that disgusting if you ain't a married woman, if you ain't got a husband. Let's call that disgusting, because in other cultures and other countries, they do look down on a woman that's not married. You got to get married, and then see if the numbers of marriage goes up, right? See if the numbers of divorce goes down if a man can have multiple wives. Because why do a lot of people get divorced? Why did Cardi be in Offset or in the process of getting divorced? Because he's dealing with multiple women. But guess what happens? She leaves him because she's mad because he's a rich black dude, an Israelite, and he's dealing with multiple women. And then she goes and date another dude that's probably got more women than he has. What's the difference? It's folly. We have to have a standard. You see what I'm saying? So of course there's biblical verses where people could go in, they could twist it to make it seem like, well, in the New Testament, it's different now. Men only can have multiple wives because it said this, and every man should have his own wife, and every woman should have her own husband. Well, the thing is a woman can't have another woman's husband that's separate from her husband. You see what I'm saying? Because that would be adultery. So if a woman has a husband, and then let's just say she has a friend and he has a husband, then she can't go do nothing with that other husband because she already got a husband. That would be called adultery with her friend's husband, because that would be called adultery. That's different than multiple wives. A man has to have his own wife because he can't go get with another man's wife, because that's adultery, because she's already married to one man. So he can't go get with another man's wife. But this is the thing. A man can have a wife, and let's just say there's another woman that don't have a husband, that's a single woman. He could also take her to be a wife too. Just giving you some clear up, because if somebody do see this video, they'll pull scriptures like that. But we clearly seen Isaiah 4:1, which is a prophecy saying that 7 women going to take hold of one man. And even verse 2 says, in that same day, right? In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious. So when this happens and 7 women take hold of one man, the branch of the Lord is going to be beautiful and glorious. It's out the Bible, Isaiah 4:1 and 2.
Significant other win. Mm-hmm. I don't know how serious you can be with 4 women, so I don't know if these women should meet your children.
But what if you don't agree with that lifestyle?
Yeah, and then what? All right, and I know they met them. All right, you introduce your kids to all 4 of them.
Right.
If it was 3, Shorty, it was another one that's on the roster now. She
Correct.
knew. She made the cut.
Right.
So are you explaining to them what this is? Like, also, if you're going to introduce them, explain to them what this is. This is called a polyamorous relationship. Teach them how to spell it. Teach them the ins and outs of it. Don't just introduce me to 4 bitches and be like, yeah, one can make you pancakes, the other one can help you potty train,
They're
the
gonna be
other
so
one
confused
can.
when they go to Chick-fil-A.
You know what I
like,
mean?
Yo, Polynesian sauce. My daddy got. Wait a minute. Now my daddy got some of that at the house.
Exactly.
But let's go to the phone line.
But I will say, I do feel like the future is going to be Polynesian sauce relationships. I think that's going to be normalized. I do. I don't know about 4, but I can see men in the future having two wives.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's right. And he's making a prophecy right there. And he's gonna be correct. And we just read it out the Bible in that day. It's gonna be more than 4. But if you take the number 4, they're getting that number 4 really because he has 4 now. But that 4, I believe that comes from I want to say Saudi Arabia. I believe in the Quran they say that a man can have up to 4 wives. So it's a billion people over there in that world and that follow those cultures or are under that law, the Sharia law. So you just saying to hell with all of them. They all off. They all going off. They all disgusting. They all inappropriate. Come on, man. Come up out of her.
yeah, it's a lot of hurt people out there. I don't feel like polyamorous just came out of nowhere. I feel like that comes from trauma in relationship.
Listen to how ignorant she is. It's because they're hurt. So everybody in Saudi Arabia that follows the law, their Quran, they're all hurt people. And they all had trauma, and that's the reason why they're allowing man over there to have up to 4 wives. Come on, man. And it's not just Saudi Arabia. That shit happens in Asian countries and especially in African countries. In South America countries. Like, what the...
So whatever. Like, nobody just wakes up and just want...
But look how big Neyo head is. Can that big head boy be with one girl?
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
he needs somebody to hold the hats. I mean, I guess,
That's what
I don't
I'm
know,
saying.
hold the head.
Hello?
I don't know. It's
Hello?
it's weird to me.
What's up, man? What's your thoughts, man?
Hey, what's up? This is Doug. I'm sent the teach from Latson, South Carolina. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing this morning?
Salute to the 843. Your
What's
phone
that?
sound a little funky though.
What's up, brother?
Oh, my apologies, yo. Hey, man, I just want to shout out. What's wrong with it? You know, polyamorous has been going on for eons. You got cats, on Middle East,
Yep.
Africa, just throughout the entire world
It's true.
that is going on. And it's been, benefiting the woman that we being real because you got multiple wives in the home. That's multiple hands to help with the children, help cook, maintain the home. And if you're going to be polyamorous as a man, I feel like you're expected to bring in all the bread, help, protect and all the things that come with that. So if he's making money, like you said, Charlamagne, his son got mad kids, and he's doing his thing, then I don't see no issues with everybody's happy, healthy eating. Doing his thing, then I don't see no issues with everybody's happy, healthy eating.
Hey, you don't think the Bible lied a little bit though? The Bible said Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, bro. Come on now. Think about how your penis works.
The Bible lied mad times. The European mindset, they rewrote that shit how many times? Like, let's be for real. But I'm not even going based off the Bible. I'm going based off of just how
Life.
the world
That's how it is.
Well, let me ask you a question, brother. You got any daughters?
And look, you see her? You hear her? She said, yeah. So saying that ignorant, stupid shit that she was saying. Now, when a brother come on there and just say the exact same thing that I just said, right? This is my first time actually watching this to this point, So he said the exact same thing I said. Don't make no sense. So when you start thinking logically, you be like, hold up, wait, but Africa, hold up, but the Middle East, like, what are you talking about? Like, now she kind of got to step back and say, yeah. And then Charlamagne, he got to bring up the Bible. And then the Bible comes into question. King Solomon, which I ain't even bring him up as an example, but yeah. So King Solomon was disgusting and inappropriate? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I got 2 daughters.
So would you mind if your daughter had a man with 3 other women?
See, now what they're trying to do is bring the kids because that's a feeling. That's a touchy situation. When you bring your kids in it kind of gets you in your feelings. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to figure out a way, and that's how you know it's deceptive, man.
Would that bother you?
That would be an interesting subject, but I will see if everything...
You just said it was cool. You just said it was okay.
Or not even if she wanted...
Right.
And what if, not even that, though. Not even that, though, yo. What about your daughter having four different dudes? Yeah, I got 4 boyfriends, daddy. Yeah.
Oh no, that don't work.
Yeah, laying down all four of them in me. What's up? Like what?
No, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
It's not how it work.
Nah,
It does work like that.
It's not the nature of things.
Nah, I don't know anything about that, but
not the nature of
I do know
things.
what he is saying is true though. I mean, in a lot of African countries, men do have more than one wife. Like that's just polygamy. is
For Eon.
Yeah,
For
but
Eon,
you can't say that and then you say if it was with your daughter, nah, I'm not
Well,
with
you just
that
gotta
anymore.
show me where the woman had more than one husband, and I'm all for it. Show me.
That's crazy, yo. So it's only about the man? Like the man can have 4 bitches, but a woman can't have 4 men.
Talking about.
I
what
don't
he
want
said.
4
That
bitches.
don't-
I would want 2 beautiful black women.
I was like,
Okay, that's still polyamorous.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Ain't listen, like I said though, like when it comes down to that, it's one thing, you got your sons, you brother-in-law, son. People been doing it. People been doing it for years.
You need to probably every single man that is for this has a terrible phone plan. That says something. That's telling me something.
Yeah, you need a phone, brother. Hello, who's this?
hey, you woman.
Hello?
Maya,
Hey, Maya, what's your thoughts,
Yes.
Maya?
I think Neo is trifling. I have not.
And there you go. So you see the difference. You see all the man calling in with logic. Well, man been doing this. They do it in Saudi Arabia. They do it in Africa. It's okay. It's what people been doing for eons. And then, of course, with a woman, which sounds like a black woman, even could be a Latino woman, when they call in, you hear what they say. They use the words. It's disgusting. It's trifling. It's this. But it's based on their feelings. You see the man come in with logic and say, well, I feel this way because this has already been going on in these countries for eons. The woman comes in with it's trifling and that's based on their feelings. Well, I just think it's trifling because I don't want to do it. It's just trifling. But no, nothing really to back up why it's trifling. You see the difference? So this is why when all hell break loose, it's going to be so hard on these women. And this is why it's going to go back to what we read in Isaiah 4:1, because it's going to be so devastating on women when you don't have the police to call to help. You don't have the fire department to call if something catch on fire. You don't have the government to give you government benefits and assistance to help you. You don't have a hospital where people could go and heal you if you get injured. When all hell break loose and it's Mad Max and it's the Walking Dead and it's the Purge out in the streets and you just got to survive on your own. Guess what? A lot of women are not going to make it and they're going to have a very hard time. So guess what? The women that do, they're going to end up saying, hey, look, we found this strong man. That bullshit, our feelings, we're going to put that shit to the side. And if it's 7 of us, hey, and this man, let's just say he got a house somewhere where he's a bunker somewhere where he's holding it down and he's a strong man. He knows how to make food. He knows how to provide. He knows how to hunt. He knows how to start a fire. He knows how to protect the compound. Those women, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, hey, look, man, all that feeling shit, get that out the way. We all will be your wives to take away our reproach and to get salvation. Because that man's going to be a pillar until the Lord actually comes back and beams us up with salvation. But that's what women are going to say. And then the woman that's, oh, no, I can't deal with you if you're dealing with multiple wives. Guess what? They're going to get kicked out. And guess what? They're going to have to go out there and survive on their own. And guess what? Survive on their own. Look, you got men running around ravishing women, kidnapping women, attacking women, especially beautiful women, are going to be targets. You see what I'm saying? So they all want to come under that protection of that one man so they could survive. And that's what's going to happen. And then that's when they're going to be humbled. See the difference between the woman in Africa or the woman in Saudi Arabia? They're more humble. That's why they could accept what the Lord said, what the Lord created, which is he created everything, including a man having multiple wives. That's why, and the reason why I say created it is based on what that last guy said. He said that's not nature. The way the Lord created the man and he created the woman, he clearly created the man to be, we would say polyamorous today, but to have multiple wives for the ability of being able to get multiple women pregnant at one time. You see what I'm saying? So that's what nature tells you. Nature tells you that woman should be only with one man because she could only be pregnant, for the most part, by one man at one time. Now, we do see examples where a woman has twins and then one, but that's rare. You see, that's very, very, very rare. That's not the norm. That's not the majority. We going off the percentage. We going off the probability, the majority. You see what I'm saying? So, you see those things, but the women in America are going to be humbled at some point in time, and when that time come, then you're gonna see, and that's why it says in that day 7 women should take hold of one man. With that, I'm gonna say salvation to the election.